One another. Giving Tig Venus, or Venus Tig, that he has in the past, it's been such a joy for me to work with Goggins. I mean, for him to shaving his legs and getting ready and dolled up in the accent and wearing those high heel pumps, forget about it. And he's so amazing. She's amazing. Whatever, you know. So I love it. I guess we'll see what this season brings.
Theo, you ended the season on a very strange note, going with obviously the betrayal.
Precarious.
the betrayal line from Charlie, from Jax, and then obviously the scene. Walk us through the ending and then what that leads into this season.
So obviously, Juice has been battling with demons since season 4. Being on the opposite end of those strains, being pulled all the time. And like I just said recently, Juice is in a world that, if you really think about it, he should never have been at all. He should have been a comic book kid. He shouldn't have been a motorcycle club because he's not cut out for it. And he makes himself cut out for it by doing, all this violent acts and trying to make everything better. And when you see the ending, the last 2 episodes, he's obviously ODs again because of the guilt and gets himself in the position of telling Nero to try to cleanse himself of anything, an admittance. And then that final episode, which was just circumstantial. Jax, he needed to go to the only person who he felt connected to since Clay's gone, and that was Gemma, because Gemma showed him compassion and love through the OD. And then to be in that position of seeing Tara killing Roosevelt and to start this relationship with Gemma, this secret, the biggest secret I think ever in Charming, our hero's wife, and how that affects going into this final season is what Kurt did and what he's doing is mesmerizing to me. It's a pleasure to read, and it's an even more of an honor to play. So I'm really excited, and obviously Gemma and Juice. What did Ricky Ricardo used to say? Lucy, you're in trouble, or you got some explaining to do? Juice has got some explaining to do. And like I say, right? We know season 1. We all know the show perfectly, right? Tig goes on orders to kill Opie, and he kills Donna instead. It's a huge secret, right? It's one of our biggest heroes in Opie, and it's his wife. And you say, how will he ever get out of that? How Tig's obviously going to die. He has to. But
Correct.
he's still
100%.
sitting here, and he's still, because the truth is with Sutter, you're never going to guess what he's going to do, because no one has a mind like him, and no one's going to figure it out. Not another showrunner, not another writer, surely not us, because the truth is, every time you try to guess, you're wrong, and like I said to him, if him and I in 08 are sitting there reading our first script, and you tell me that Opie, Tara, and Clay aren't going to be sitting here in season 7 when we're in an interview with interviewers, I would say you're all nuts, and you need to go back to wherever you came from, because it's just not true. And here we are. So I stopped trying to guess a long time ago, and I think that's why everybody should just enjoy the final season. To say, what about Juice? God, it's just so interesting.
I think, and if I may just add to that, that was really good, but as characters, as actors, there's no time to reflect. You need to just keep going forward, because he is a crazy motherfucker. Sutter, what goes on in here, we've stopped trying to guess, as Theo said, a long time ago. But every time we get a new script, it's like, Jesus Christ. But there's no time for the rearview mirror.
Just go.
It's go, go, go. And I think it's going to be a very sad time for the fans. They're already sad that they're coming to an end. But for him and me and the rest of these wonderful actors, we're so in it right now, there's no time to get reflective. But on October 29th, you bet, big bottle of Crown Royal for me. And Coca-Cola, and I'm going to suck that whole thing back, because this has been the greatest ride ever for all of us, for many reasons, right?